Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I have a bit of a cold, as you can probably tell, but today I'm going to be answering your assumptions. This video tag has been circulating YouTube quite a lot recently. I thought I would jump on the bandwagon and basically answer your assumptions about me, which makes me quite nervous. All your animals were bought from a pet shop and therefore you support rodent mills. Initially when I first got animals I didn't really know about adopting, so certainly the first few pets I started off with were bought from a pet shop. Probably due to me being a bit naive, I was only about 12 at the time when I got my first small animals, so I didn't really know that adoption and such existed, but obviously as soon as I found out about adoption I never went back. But other than that, I rescued the vast majority of my animals. In fact, out of all the animals I have now, only one of them, which is Sooty, who is in here, was actually got from a pet shop, but the rest are all adopted. The next assumption. Miffy is a queen. Yeah, of course she is a queen. Okay, so the next assumption is your parents let you get pets whenever you want. I mean, when I first got my first pet of my own, it was suggested by my parents when I got my first hamster, and then when we got guinea pigs they actually came up with the idea. So initially I guess they kind of suggested animals towards me, and I don't know, I guess they are very supportive of what I do, and you know, I suppose they are very open-minded about it, and they know because I do all the work to look after them and the fact that I provide for them as well and pay for them and everything, they're quite happy for me to have them as long as I do all the work and everything. So that's my answer to that one. The next assumption is you regret moving to Scotland. That's a really interesting assumption. I guess it takes a while to settle into a new place, but honestly I think I would regret having not moved. It's a weird thing to explain because obviously all of that I guess takes time, but definitely no regrets about it. I am really glad. Like I say, I would probably regret had we not done this, so yeah, I think it's only been positive. Next assumption is you don't want any more guinea pigs. So this is tricky. I am not looking to get in any more guinea pigs anytime soon. I have 5. I don't really plan on getting more in the near future, and I am obviously making decisions about whether I want to go more towards some land animals or if I want to just keep to small animals or do a bit of both. So I'm definitely not in a rush to get any more. I absolutely love guinea pigs, and I love the 5 that I have at the minute, but I am not looking to get any more anytime soon. You secretly have a favourite pet. No, I don't actually. I think because they're all so unique and different, it's very hard to say that I would say no. I couldn't even choose because they're all so individual, they all have such different personalities, and yeah, I guess I don't at all. No, not really. You want to get horses or other big animals. It's obviously a big commitment and a big responsibility, and once again I'm not going to rush into anything, but now we have the space. I would hope that in the future I would be able to have some land animals, such as be it horses or goats, I don't know. But obviously that is not something to rush into. There is a lot of cost, a lot of responsibility involved with bigger animals, as there is with small animals as well, but certainly with bigger animals it's something that I have no experience with, if I'm totally honest, but obviously I would love to think in future that is something I would like to experience. So yeah, I would hope so. The next assumption is you never just provide the minimum for your pets and are always striving to improve the care. I would like to say, I don't want to big myself up or anything, but I do try where I can to provide the best for my animals. Sometimes it can be quite a big workload when you have a lot of animals, and then you have to also look after yourself, obviously. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, if I'm honest, so even though something might be good I will still want to improve on it. So yeah, I do like to do the best I can for them. The next assumption is your parents don't mind you living with them. Well, I hope not. I don't know, I haven't asked them recently. I don't think so. So I also had a few questions in there as well. Do you go to college or uni? I don't go to either. Obviously, for those of you who watch my channel regularly will know that I basically tried out college for a bit, didn't really like it. When I'd left school, I didn't go straight to college. I wanted to work from home, but after over a year of working from home, I decided I wanted to try out college and just see how it was, see how it went, give it a go. And it just really wasn't my thing. I really didn't feel like I just fit in there. Like, I just didn't feel like it was for me. The course, yeah, I'm not going to go too much into it, but I just definitely didn't have the best experience there. I feel like maybe the tutors didn't really understand me very well. So no, I'm not at college anymore, and I do not have plans to go to university. In fact, I literally hated education. I hated high school. So yeah, I'm much happier just doing my own thing, doing my own work, and focusing on that. Someone also asked, how old are your guinea pigs? Well, we were actually just discussing this the other day. I was talking to my parents about this. I couldn't believe how long we've had the guinea pigs now. So Branley we adopted in, it was either 2012 or 2013, and they said he was 2 at the time at least, so he could be, he's most likely to be about 8 years old. He could be a little bit older, chances are he probably is. And even Panda, Miffy and Hazel are about 5 years old now, which I cannot believe, honestly. So time flies. Tea Cake's our youngest. We've only had her about 2 to 3 years. But then the skinny pigs, if you don't count them in with that, are actually our youngest, who we've probably had going on for 2 years now. The next assumption is, do you have a boyfriend? No, I am very single. I don't know how to put it. My interests are very kind of like specific. Plus I work from home and I don't really go out to any clubs or anything, so it's kind of difficult to get out and meet people, especially when you like work from home, do everything online as well. So yeah. Anyway, whilst I go and wait for my phone to charge up, let's just have a cute little clip of the guinea pigs. This Panda eating as per usual. Tea Cake, Miffy. So a couple are related to like money and stuff like that. So one is, you have a job or lots of money to have all those pets, and another one was, I assume you have a lot of money. Both of which, I mean, I don't think are true. It's all relative really, but I suppose we are comfortable and we are like lucky to be able to have what we have. One of the reasons we moved so far north, to the north of Scotland, was because there just wasn't the sort of properties that we wanted available around where we used to live within our price range. We just couldn't afford it because it was so expensive, so we did have to move quite far north to actually get, you know, more affordable properties, because it is the more rural and further north generally the more affordable the housing is. So, you know, we're definitely not rich or have like loads of money. We are just kind of like, we manage, we're like managing okay. I'm lucky to be able to have YouTube and to have set up my business, but it's all stuff that I've worked hard to get. So the next question is, what's one thing you would tell your past self? I like that question. I think something I would tell my past self is to just be yourself and to not care what other people think. Like, it's okay to be different, have different interests. I certainly do not have interests that most of the people my age do or did, you know. Like, I always had very different interests, and I feel like for the most part, like, I didn't care too much, but obviously there were times where I'd question what I was doing, especially you know, through school and that, because I knew I didn't really want to do what everyone else was doing. I didn't know what career path to do, because I knew I wanted to just work for myself, but it's always like hard to sort of, you know, take the plunge and actually do it. So I'm glad I did kind of find my way eventually, but I think just more so just believing in what I wanted to do and just to not care about other people's judgments. At the end of the day, like, you shouldn't care about that. So the next question is, what's your favourite thing about having lots of pets? Definitely the daily responsibility of having to provide. Obviously some days it can get a lot of work, it can be quite stressful some days when there's a lot of things to do, but overall I think just having that thing to work for daily. Do you plan on getting more animals now you have more space? This room itself is not massive, it's certainly up to its full capacity, so I don't think any more indoor animals, but I would hope to maybe in the future get a few new additions to outside, because like I say, we do have the land for it. But other than that, you know, I'm really happy with the amount I have, and it's just enough without being too much work. Where would you like to see yourself in 2 years? Quite a big question, even though 2 years isn't a very long time. I am like pretty happy in what I'm doing now. I'm quite like happy with what I've achieved and sort of where I am with, you know, my work and everything. I would certainly say to grow my business is probably one of my main goals. I am like really happy with my YouTube audience, and honestly don't have big desires to grow a massive channel. Like, that just isn't my sort of aim with this channel. It never has been. I just like making the videos, and I like the feedback from the videos and engaging with like-minded people. But I think the difference is with my shop, because it's something that I feel I can work on and can grow and can develop. That is something I would hope in like the next 2 years maybe I would be, you know, still growing that and hopefully still continuing. You know, they say like businesses can fail in the first few years, so it's all, you know, about time and seeing how things go. But I am still optimistic, and I hope that, you know, through the work that I do, I can get to, you know, keep growing my business and just sustain it, I suppose. I also just wanted to say there's been some really sweet assumptions and questions and stuff like that, like people just being really nice and, you know, saying really nice things. I'm obviously not going to read them all out, because I'm just kind of answering assumptions which I think you guys will want to hear and what you want to see my feedback on. But I do want to say that's not going to notice, and I definitely appreciate that you guys care and, you know, say these really nice things. The next assumption is that you want to move out. So I definitely do not want to move out. I am like, I feel like because I don't go out and have a job like as such, I just feel like there would literally be no point. You know, I wouldn't really like to be by myself all the time. I am quite independent, and I do like independence, and I do like being by myself, and I feel like I am quite content in my own company. But at the same time, that doesn't mean I want to be totally by myself all the time. I do like living with my parents, plus we've only just like moved anyway, so I definitely don't. I just like the way it is at the minute, and, you know, why not make the most of still being younger, I suppose. So thank you for all of your questions. I'm probably going to end that here with the assumptions and questions, just because I've been rambling on quite a lot already. I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.